Hi. Camera's there. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Tiesn'tags, the show where we say hi and talk about mission stuff.
Squeaky clean.
Hi. That too. We don't swear or...
This is the worst. We don't swear, guys.
We swear we don't...
We swear. Oh gosh, darn it.
Well, episode title said we were playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and we had some technical difficulties with that.
We changed our mind.
Also that. We're going to play Mario Party today, while JJ shows a box of things.
Yes.
Of undisclosed nature. We picked Mario Party 2, because... Oh, remap the... Add me as another... You get your box of things, let me add myself as another player.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you cover that.
Play with everyone. Okay. So,
Okay.
what is your box of things, JJ?
Well, my box of things.
Also, while JJ is unveiling his box of things, if you have questions about missions or questions about JJ's box of things, put them in the chat. And we're happy to answer.
Yeah. So my box
about...
of things, I'm not going to pick it up for the sake of it being heavy. Yeah, it's stuff from my mission. It's a lot of souvenirs, things that I actually used. And we were cleaning out our back room on Sunday, and my wife pointed out that she has like 10 boxes, and I had one. And so while she went through her 10 boxes, because that's what needs to be cleaned out, I went through my box to make sure that there wasn't anything I needed to get rid of.
Were you surprised that you had one box?
No.
Okay.
I'm organized. And yeah, so I just had one box, and a lot of it was mission stuff, and I was like, oh, why don't I bring that to the show? So I've got a ton of stuff, and a lot of it will have associated stories with it. So
while we're taking breaks of JJ getting destroyed at Mario Party, we'll get a look at some items you have from your mission.
Hold up.
No, that's
Wait.
just what I have written down.
Did we want to play Mario Party where we have to get the computer to win?
I think it's fun when there's one good computer and one terrible one.
And we get the terrible one to win, or we just play like normal?
We just play like normal.
Okay, let's just play like normal.
But I do like that idea.
Yeah, maybe when we have a third person on, we can do it that way.
That might be fun.
Because there'd be a lot of strategy with that, of getting a star so that you can lose it so that they can have it.
It's hard enough to... Everything's up... Not everything, but a lot is up to chance.
Yes, it is.
I'm player 2, so I can't skip the gripping storyline of Mario Party, where everyone wants to put their first name on the front of land, and Toad says, "Let's have a death match!" And that's the plot of Mario Party.
That's not Mario Party. That's just parties in general.
That's true. I do want to claim my own land every time I go to a party. So just start some fights.
I go home and I'm just like, oh, never mind. Okay, I've never played this version.
It has been a long time for me. Well, it's just, do you want to be... So pause for a second.
Oh, we can be pirates.
Do you want to be pirates?
Cowboys. Astronauts. Mysteries.
Detectives? Is that Stonehenge? Let's do Stonehenge. I don't know if I've ever done that one.
I've never heard of it, which means it's probably not a fan
I was going to say, everyone's going to say, that's the worst one! What have you done? Toad telling us to... How many players? I can't keep that up. I won't be able to speak the rest of the hour.
The good thing about playing this on Switch Online is we can pause and continue in the future if we need. Okay, I vote we face Donkey Kong.
Can you not change the difficulty?
Probably at some point.
Donkey Kong and Luigi.
Oh, that is the best DK noise. I haven't heard that since Mario Party 4 on the GameCube.
This is for...
Set individually.
DK is the hard one. Luigi's
yes.
Because Luigi's the one that can lose that room. Have you ever played a 50-turn? Oh, like minimum.
I think
20.
I have, yeah.
It just sounds awful. I feel like everyone hates each other enough by turn 10. Of course, bonus stars. Yes.
I feel like I've never hated someone anymore. Actually, no. Actually, that's a mission story. So.
I was playing Mario Party.
So the night before, or the night I was getting set apart, my parents are like, well, what do you want to do?
That's early to hate someone.
Well, they were like, it's your last evening before the mission. What do you want to do? And I was like, let's all play some Mario Party together. And I lost. I was so upset.
Oh, man.
Wait, did we crash Land?
I believe so.
I've never played the N64 Mario Party.
None of them.
I played all the GameCube ones, and then I played Wii, and that's it.
I used to think that like Mario parties got worse as they went along, but after playing, I played these, and you know they have great mini games and great boards, but they got really creative with the boards in the later ones. Like in Mario Party 8, and there's like the Monopoly one where you invest. That's the one that made me hate people.
That one's fun though.
Yes. My go-to's Waluigi, but he's not in this one. And also, you can taunt people in Mario Party 8. You can just click a button, and they just make terrible, annoying noises during someone else's turn.
Is that a thing?
And there's no limit to how many times you can click it.
Holy cow,
And you can have the other 3 players the entire time. You have to unlock it, though. It is a feature that you purchase and enable with the coins in the game. Okay.
Okay, so I am going to go through my mission stuff. Mitchell, is there anything on the top here that sounds particular?
All I can see is your knee. And tell me about the fan. That's the
fan. So I don't know where I got this. This is a fan. It's very feminine. I'm pretty sure a member got like a ton of them and was like, "Elders, do you want one?" And I was like, "Yes," because it was August. And so yeah, I got a fan. Let me take my turn real quick.
Right. Is the Philippines like Jamaica where it's just what? No, actually, might be terrible. I have no idea. Is the Philippines like the same temperature year round, and it's just you're always sweating?
No, it gets wet at one point, but yeah.
Okay.
Besides that, yeah. But so I got this fan, and then I carried it in my bag every day for like the last year. So like this is like probably the least interesting item, but I just enjoyed having it.
The most used.
It was the most used, and like the way I saw it, I already looked. Oh, we're already on a minigame?
Yeah, everybody's moving fast. When there's 2 computers, that goes by fast. Oh, DK's on your team.
Yeah. But real quick, I'll finish.
Okay.
While you figure out the controls and then explain.
The control is A, play instrument.
Awesome. Yeah, but I figured I already looked ridiculous enough being the only tall person and the only white person. I was like, I don't mind having a kind of feminine fan. I was like, it just is nice. So yeah, I carried it every day. I'll show my bag next because the real miracle is the fact the fan fit in the bag.
There's a pocket for that?
No.
Okay, so there's like the rhythm thing at the bottom. You gotta click A to time your drum with the rhythm.
Wrong button.
Not that button. There's my face. It starts mine a little earlier.
Wow, we've come a long way.
I already screwed up.
So how do you lose?
You miss a beat, and an acorn falls on your head. And last man standing? We did it!
Wow, that was horrible.
What a wonderful start.
I really should have sabotaged you more.
I don't know if you could have, because I didn't know if I was doing it right or not.
Okay, so let's talk mission bags.
All right. Wait, you still have your bag?
Yeah. I still have
dang.
my bag. Why do you not have yours?
No, I gave it to some other missionary that was still out. I don't know, that's what I did with all my stuff. So I didn't had an empty bag, because I just gave all my stuff except for like used garments.
I did that with the majority of it, but I was really fond of my bag. So was
Okay.
it a thing in your mission?
You're just only getting question mark spaces.
Good. Was it a thing in your mission where you'd make fun of new missionaries for having the largest bags?
You know, kind of, but I guess not on purpose. It's just that like new missionaries, you know, they would always start out with a huge bag that like either their mom or some missionary mall salesman told them that they absolutely need to have, and has bug spray and sunscreen and hand sanitizer and this and that, and then they're tired of it after 3 days. And by the end, like, I'm just carrying a Book of Mormon in one hand and
Exactly.
a water bottle if I remember it.
Yeah. So when I went in the mission, I had the huge bag. What are the rules for this?
I don't know, but we're on the same team. Steer plane. That's my job. Your job is up and down to flap wings. You probably don't do it too fast. You do it like at a good rhythm.
This would totally be motion control nowadays.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
What's the goal? Are we racing? Are we going through hoops?
I think it'll be pretty obvious.
Bigger! Bigger flaps! No! You fool! Oh, we are racing. That's just a boost that makes you go in a straight line. I can see them out in the distance.
Oh, you gotta go full.
Luigi.
I get it. Now we're speeding.
I haven't.
Turn left, turn left.
I can't see anything. Okay. Ready for this movement? Look at that. I thought you were trying to sabotage me that whole time.
No, no. I just genuinely, I thought I was supposed to go fast. But it's
big flaps. But lucky for us, Luigi's steering for them, so they're doing terrible.
Sounds about right.
Oh, I missed it.
Unfortunately for us, Wario's steering.
Hey, we're about to break the record. I'm just gonna put down my controllers.
Same.
And just... Oh my goodness. I thought I was just gonna completely stop.
Well, we did it by a lot.
World record.
So like a week into my mission, I decided I was done with my bag.
Yeah.
And
this bag or
no, the first
bag that was 4 times
the huge
as big.
bag.
Okay.
So I bought a bag that instead of being 4 times as big as this was twice as big as this. And then a week later, I decided I was also done with that bag. So we got permission to go to the mall, and I bought this bag, and I literally used it the rest of my mission. And I feel like that's kind of a rare thing. I feel like you like slowly get smaller, but like a lot of missionaries in my mission at least would change. Sure, I'll deposit coins.
You have to if you. It doesn't give you a choice. Every time you pass it, you deposit coins, but if you land on it, you get all the coins that were deposited.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't looking what happens. Oh, did you land on that?
No. It was you. Woo!
What happens now? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wait, he just runs away?
Well, I feel happy.
Oh my god. It's just like in the mission.
Yes. Yeah, so I ended up with this bag, and usually people have a ton, but what I really liked about it was the front pocket, I could easily stack my proselyting scriptures, and the back pocket, I could fit like 1 Book of Mormon and 2 pamphlets, and that is all you need. You do not need more than that. I could also squeeze in a water bottle if I really wanted to. I would also squeeze in the fan. And so the way I would do it, I believe, is I'd put the big end in first, and I would just like leave it open.
Oh, I do that with my umbrella.
Yeah. Well, my umbrella went in my pocket.
Oh, you had an umbrella that fit in your pocket? Dang.
Yeah. And it wasn't like one I brought from home.
Did you know who's in the lead?
I probably went through like 30 umbrellas on the mission.
Oh, yeah.
Like, during rainy season, like I'd buy a new one every week, essentially. Just, they wouldn't last.
Push saw, pull saw, do it in rhythm with your partner, and there's flags above your head.
Oh no, I'm with Luigi.
Yeah. Hey, when I was with Luigi, I won. No excuses. Maybe excuses. Okay, you have an excuse.
My excuse was I did not know the controls. Is this another one where you really want to like go through the full, or can you go fast?
You don't, because it's like a saw. You want to like go all the way forward, all the way back. You don't.
What is with this game and all the way? I want to go fast. I want to flap my wings like this.
You want the games that put blisters on your fingers?
Yeah,
if you're using.
That's in this one, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is, but we don't have the Nintendo 64 joysticks that absolutely destroy your hands.
Yeah.
Only thing worse than that is a PlayStation 1 controller with the D-pad. I had like an X-Men fighting game. Yeah, let me buy it.
So, while he does that, these are the proselyting scriptures that I used. And they are old.
Those like teeny tiny ones, yeah.
Yeah, so I teeny tiny. I always had with me Angaklatni Mormon, which is the Book of Mormon in Tagalog. And so I always had that, so like even early on. Oh yeah.
No! Wait! Oh, you don't have enough Steel Star.
Wait, someone had a star?
Yeah, DK got a star. DK got a star while you were looking away. He just landed on a random space that had a mystery block in it. What?
Yeah, best 5 coins I ever spent. Yeah, so I got to the point where I just started carrying around an English Book of Mormon for language learning purposes.
Warp to a distant place. You're not gonna have. Oh, you will have enough coins to
buy the star.
Yeah. I don't know where that
the star
goes.
was right there.
Oh, it was. So, did your mission like encourage holding a Book of Mormon at all times, or did you have it in your bag? So my mission was like, you want the Book of Mormon out, you want people to notice it, and I would always have one copy that, like, you know, the pages were frayed, and there was a light blue oval where my thumb was, because I'd always just hold it with one hand, and it just wore down to that one spot over and over again. This is your turn, right?
Yeah. How do I see the rules?
So, right on the right joystick.
Oh.
So you just try to hit the hammer
Got
on
it.
the item you want. The Boo Bell is really good. It steals a star for free, I think. Or maybe it just summons Boo and you have to pay him to get a star. I don't remember. Oh, it doesn't have it. Golden Mushrooms, 3 dice. Regular Mushrooms, 2. Skeleton Key opens it. Oh, it's just instant. I don't know what the chest does. Oh, hit it. It had a time limit?
I hope the progress saves for the next person. Yeah, but so I got to the point where I just bring the English Book of Mormon along and I would have it open with the Tagalog, and then I got to the point where I just gave up on the Tagalog and I started translating the scriptures myself as we taught, because you're going for the key points, and I just got to the point where I could do that. But when I went on my mission, one of the mistakes that I made was having the belief that the Book of Mormon was better than the Bible. Okay, I got it. Let's do this.
It's like the guy at the top looks one way, we pick a direction in the joystick, or no direction.
We pick or he picks?
He picks, and we all pick, and you want to not look the same way he does.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought we were trying to catch him.
Oh. He's trying to catch us.
Okay, well, now that I'm out. Yeah, so I made the mistake of thinking the Book of Mormon was better than the Bible, when the Bible, and in fact the New Testament specifically, has a lot of really good scriptures. And so when I got to that point, I ended up picking up this Tagalog Bible.
Is that just the New Testament?
Just the New Testament, yeah. And it is loved. Like, I love this thing so much.
Whoa, what is that?
I put in tons of paper so that all of my scriptures that I might want to use were here. So I could just come here and like look for a reference. I put in tons of paper clips on the top so that I could easily quickly just flip to the scripture. I memorized a ton of the verses. I put more scriptures in the back. Just these were by topic, and then these were like the most useful ones. And so this thing was loved. And so every day I had with me these two things in the front of my bag. Sometimes with like a water bottle. Or like, oh, I had a handkerchief most days too to like wipe sweat off.
Yeah.
And then Book of Mormon and pamphlets in the back. And so that was kind of my daily setup, was this bag. So I loved everything about that setup. I got to the point where I had it just a few months in, and I was just always so happy with it.
I mean, you didn't...
Oh, yeah, I want to cast a curse.
Is the curse steal a star?
I think it's slow them down.
Whoa, that's cool.
Man, that would have been so useful to play on me last turn.
You're gonna warp right back where you were. Yep.
Awesome. Good.
You didn't carry bug spray and sunscreen on you
No, I
at all
didn't.
times?
It wasn't necessary.
I know.
Oh, the other thing that I always had on me was my planner. Because we didn't have smartphones, so our planners were physical, not digital. And I have with me...
You got all of them!
Every single planner
Dang.
that I used.
Did you decorate the covers?
I don't think I decorated the covers. I definitely doodled.
Oh. Man, I don't have my planners, but I took pictures of every cover I decorated, and I was... Because, like, you're a missionary. You wear the same thing every day. The only thing you get to pick really is your tie or one or the other black pair of
this
shoes.
is my last transfer.
Yeah.
So this is the neatest one. I'd be interested to see some of the ones from rainy season.
We're in tanks. You can do a lob shot or a straight shot. I don't know what Z is. Click minus.
I'm good.
It's one of these probably. We just try to hit each other. And it's tanks, so I don't know if you can like go forward and so you can click B and go over the tubes. Yeah.
I think we need to team up on Donkey Kong. I'm dead actually. I'm really good at Mario Party playing. Let's do this one. Yeah, so my most recent planner still has it, but I had a paperclip for whatever day it was, or whatever week. Yeah, it goes by days. Whatever day it was, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is some of the most nostalgic stuff. Oh, I know what companion this was. But just to come in and see like
tough time today,
Marianne and John Lloyd, and then just be like, oh, I kind of vaguely remember teaching people. Oh, I remember the Rosalind. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is exactly who I thought it was. There's a reason. But yeah, like it's just, this is the most nostalgic thing for me, is flipping through
planners.
Yeah, flipping through the planners and seeing all these things.
Yeah.
And so like my last week was crazy. I can literally go through it and tell you what was going on every single day. Monday was P Day. Tuesday was my last day of proselyting, and we had a ton of appointments set up with Del Cruz, just everyone we were teaching. Wednesday was district meeting, and then we went on exchanges in our area, because the next day was zone conference, so we were gone the whole day.
This is like your last week?
This is my last week. Wow. So Wednesday was exchanges, Thursday was zone conference, Friday was mission leadership training, Saturday I got sick. I threw up first thing in the morning, and I was out the whole day.
Oh, so it wasn't like intentionally the last day of proselyting. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday was supposed to be it, but we ended up actually having to be with some other elders that day, and I was sick the whole time. And so, like, no, even if I hadn't gotten sick, I wouldn't have been able to proselyte that day, just with some of the emergency that was going on. Yeah, I want to buy an item.
That'll be useful for DK.
And for Wario.
I guess I do have a lot of coins, but he's a star.
Can you duel for a star?
If you can't, that's dumb. But I always forget which games you can and which you can't.
But my last proselyting week was crazy. Some of the other stuff I've got here. I've got Angaklatni Mormon, Libro Nung Mormon, and Tilibroni Mormon.
When you show this to the camera.
Well, I'm going to for each of them. So,
okay.
Angaklatni Mormon is Tagalog, and this is one that I actually purchased, which wasn't smart of me, because when you're a missionary, they just give you Book of Mormons for free, so I don't know why I bought a Angaklatni Mormon. It was in the MTC store.
Oh.
But yeah,
so you paid like full American price.
Yeah, but this one specifically is trifold. Is that what we call them?
Triple combination.
Triple combination. That's what it is. What's a trifold?
It's those boards that kids use for science projects.
That's right.
So you guys are swimming around in the sand. All you do is try to move around and get coins and bags of coins. I'm the Sarlacc pit, and I'm trying to swirl the sand in different directions to get the coins to come to me. Okay. Whatever you miss comes to me.
Let's do it. I have seen all of these mini games, but I don't understand.
Haven't played them.
Yeah. Hey, bag. Luigi, get away from me. Okay.
And don't get sucked in the middle. I think you might die.
Oh, I don't come back?
I guess not.
Man, later Mario Party's so much kinder. So yeah, I've got Angaklatni Mormon combined with Angdoctrina at mga tipang at ang mahalagang perlas, which nobody ever read. And this language is so deep, if I said ang mahalagang perlas, people would just blink at me. No one would understand what that means.
That's probably a great price.
Yeah. I've also got Tilibroni Mormon. My first two areas were in a place that also spoke Ilocano. It was like a secondary dialect.
And they have the Book of Mormon for that?
Yeah. And so but it's not even a complete Book of Mormon, I believe. No, this one is complete. Is it? Yeah, this one's complete. So they have a complete Book of Mormon for Ilocano.
Are there some that are like partial copies?
I'll get to that.
Okay.
But so there were places in the Philippines that spoke Ilocano as the primary language. And so they would have, I don't know if they had Ilocano missionaries, but they had Tilibroni Mormon for us to give out to Ilocano people. No one ever took it in our areas, but...
What is happening?
Oh, yeah. Did you just get one too?
Yeah!
But yeah, no, I managed to grab one. I was like, this is the cool thing I want to keep. I also had Libro Nung Mormon, which is literally just specific experts from the Book of Mormon. So it's got First Nephi 1 through 7, 16 through 18.
Huh.
Second Nephi 1 through 4, 5. Not even all of chapter 5, just 5 verses 1 to 29, 31 through 33.
Dang.
Jacob, Enos, Jeremiah, Mormon. Mosiah is 2 to 5, 17 and 18, which is insane. That's a lot of good nice history stuff. Mixed.
Yeah.
Alma is chapters 5, 11, 12, 32, 34, and 39 through 42. So when you think of Alma, it's like we're reading 8 chapters from there. Like,
wait, doesn't it have third Nephi?
No. We have a minigame.
Oh.
Helaman is 13 through 16.
There's a minigame for the third Nephi in this
Third
book.
Nephi is 1, 8, 11 through 30.
Oh, no.
Fourth Nephi is the whole thing. Or no, fourth Nephi is not even here.
Oh, okay.
Mormon is 1, 4, 6 through 9. Ether's all here. Moroni doesn't even look like it's here either. And so, like, that's really kind of insane. Oh, no, it's here. I mistranslated. But it was really cool. Nobody read Kapampangan. The only place that spoke Kapampangan was my final 2 areas. And so, if ever there was a place for a Kapampangan Book of Mormon, it was there. But flick through a bomb.
So you see us dancing in the corner? You can like practice, but I like how Yoshi just tilts his head completely back.
So we got to go back and then forward.
Yeah. So but you can like control how far you do it. It's really sensitive with the joystick. But like if you go all the way back, it's gonna launch it to the far end of the pool. We're trying to get it in Luigi's boat.
Oh, okay.
And this one is like impossible for the 3.
Yeah, but so nowhere speaks Kapampangan except for the Pampanga area, Angeles and Mabalacan, but they probably couldn't read it. So, in a lot of ways, it was just.
So, like, would you trying to teach in that language, or?
No, so I learned a couple of fun phrases in Kapampangan.
Okay.
But that's as far as I think anybody that's not a native speaker would or should go.
DK said doesn't love that. There's no way.
Could we aim right or left?
You can.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's just really hard to like judge how
Yeah. But so
back.
By the end I got to the point where I could understand the gist of most things they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't speak it. And then I could say a few phrases like "Maya kapanapon po" is "good afternoon." And yeah, things like that. So those are the 3 scriptures that I brought home. It's all the dialects from my mission. And I got more stuff. I'm just like, oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
That's not the star.
That's not the star.
Oh, thank heavens, you didn't take my star.
Hey, if that's all he does, then...
Okay.
I don't care.
Other stuff that I've got. I'm trying to get, like, the more formal mission things out of the way first.
No! Why is it me every time?
I've got my name tag. So that's a cool thing.
Do you know how to play that like a kazoo?
No, I do not know how to play that.
If you put it in the side and blowing it just right, but like letting it vibrate, it is hard to get in the right spot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
I'll let you show that sometime. I've got so everyone on their desk would make like these little cases for their scriptures and things.
Oh, we just got those like plastic boxes that you'd see in the 90s.
Yeah, we didn't have that, but we would make stuff. And so I had some for all of my scriptures. So all those Book of Mormons, I had one that I put them in, but I didn't bring home because it wasn't the greatest. But I have one here that's just holding my Preach My Gospel and my mission journals. So yeah, these are fun things. Whenever I got mail, I would keep it in there. At some point, I was keeping track of all my baptisms, but that's also stopped at some point. Yeah. Classic mission journal things. I got my Nintendo Switch.
Just like you had on your mission.
Yeah, fun fact, it came out the day I went on my mission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was super disappointed I wouldn't get to see it before yeah.
And I never played a Switch before on mission, but I did get Breath of the Wild on the Wii U.
Yeah. So you went on your mission a few months after, right?
Yeah, I went in the summer.
Okay.
I left on July 5th and waited in line to go to the MTC for over an hour in 103-degree weather with 15 people in our car.
There we go. Okay, some more souvenir things.
Let's see it.
This is a Carabao belt. Actually, I should show you guys a Carabao first. This is a Carabao. It's a water buffalo. I have a little statue of it that I'm like, oh, this is fun and cool. It sits on our bookshelf. And yeah, no, it's cool. It's a common animal to find out there.
Wait, so why does the belt have the same name?
Because people will take the horns and they will make these belts.
Whoa.
And so they're really cool. I literally wear this every Sunday.
I've seen it. I just didn't know it was made out of
never
that.
asked me. So, but I got ripped off. Mine's actually wooden.
Oh.
Which is better than some of the rip-offs, because some rip-off is just plastic. But the one that I have is wooden, and I got it from a legit guy. I would have had a legit belt, but I chose the one that like had diamonds put into it. Normally it's just bits of square, and apparently you can't actually do that on the regular horn. And so I don't have an actual belt made out of the horn of a carabao, but I have a carabao belt that's like wooden. And I'm like, okay, that's still pretty cool.
So there's just run and jump, make it across the obstacle course.
Can I punch people?
No. Nope, just run and jump.
Can I ground pound them?
You might be able to jump on people's heads, but you can't ground pound. Push them off the edge.
Luigi, I'm coming for you. Do they have Smash Bros. 64 on this?
No, but I have Smash Bros. 64
Okay.
and Nintendo 64 that we could play here.
We should do that sometime too.
Oh my gosh, I just died on the first. Oh, I forgot you can get extra coins. Flying through this.
Literally. Please tell me it's not a first one there kind of thing.
I think it is.
How do I beat him?
Run faster. Oh. Yep, it's DK.
Sure.
But you got all the coins you picked up.
I got like one because I was trying to beat him.
You got one.
How on earth do we all have a story?
Because we just keep landing on random spaces. I'm going to take one of DK's stars. Because I have money. I don't have enough for a star, so I hope it's not even near me.
I'm gonna look at the map.
Alright. While you're doing that, I gotta get this off my chest, but our last guest, Rich, I talked to him right after the episode, and he was like, I had a really hard time, like, talking about spiritual stories and playing a silly game on the screen at the same time. I was like, yeah, it's usually a little more lighthearted. And he's like, oh, like, I guess just no funny stories came to mind for me. My wife was like, well, you told me this story. Why don't you tell that one? He's like, oh, and then a flood of funny stories from his mission just spouted out as soon as we stopped recording. We'll get through. Next time you have a break, I want to see why there's like a sidecar. What that? I just saw the horns. I thought it was another like water buffalo thing.
No. This is a tricycle. This is the common mode of transportation, and it is as janky as it looks like.
Whoa,
this.
the sidecar is bigger than the than the
Yeah,
motorcycle.
so there's a motor. Actually, this isn't to scale. The sidecar is normally bigger. The sidecar
Really?
normally like goes over the motorcycle
Oh,
too,
wow.
like a canopy kind of thing. But yeah, this is how we went around everywhere. No one has cars. It's motorcycles.
Wow.
And
Wait, that's like public transportation? Like you pay people?
this
to-
is public transportation and
Oh.
the family vehicle.
Okay.
So like our bishop in I think actually every bishop I had owned a motorcycle with a tricycle on it.
I don't even have coins to steal this time. Everyone
He's-
steals coins.
He's
I don't
getting
have any
revenge
money.
on you. So yeah, so what they do is they would drive around in their tricycle during the day, and they would make money by being a taxi driver, and then at night it's just their family vehicle. This is how we drive to church kind of thing.
What is the so if you're using that as public transportation, what is the highest number of people that have also been in that with you?
Well, it depends, because some of them are a little easier than others. I think we got 6 once.
In a sidecar that's meant to have
One.
Oh my gosh.
So what you do is one person sits behind the driver. But normally when you see someone on the back of the motorcycle, your legs are straddling the cycle and you're holding the person, right? That's not how it goes. So there's the canopy over the top.
So is the driver like, don't touch me?
You sit sideways. Well, because there's stuff connecting you to
You
the
sit
tricycle.
on it princess style?
Yeah, you have to sit on princess style because you can't get your leg on the other side.
Oh my
So
gosh.
your legs would dangle and often hit the road,
That sounds terrible.
while your hand holds on to the top. and that's how you stay on. Additionally, you would have a person inside. Oftentimes, you would squeeze 2, maybe 3 people in. If you were lucky, the tricycle driver just takes you and your companion. If you're not lucky, he says, well, I'm going to also grab mom and her baby. And then all of a sudden, you're here, your companion's inside with a lady and her kids sitting on their feet.
Well, because the driver's mentality is, if I can fit more people in here, I get paid more.
Exactly. And so oftentimes people would sit on the floor here. So like I remember my first P-Day in the mission, we went somewhere, someone sat on the outside, or I was with 3 short Filipinos. One of them sat on the outside, 2 of them in here, and I sat on the floor. But I remember one night coming home and the streets were flooded and we were like, we're not getting home. And a tricycle driver was like, I can take you. It's like a boat. So we got in.
What?
We got in and we both, but he was like, you guys have to get inside. So we both squeezed in.
So you're going to say you guys have to paddle.
The water was up to our knees as we're like hunched.
Inside. Wow.
Hunched up inside the tricycle.
Oh my gosh.
So it was a lot of fun. If I don't have like a dirt bike or like anything like that, but if I could just have a tricycle and drive it around and be crazy here, I would love that.
So we have light bulbs, and Luigi's trying to hit us with a hammer.
Avoid Luigi.
Yeah, he can do like side swipes and smack down with the hammer, so just watch out for him. And I think we just.
Is it in the darkness?
I don't know. Ah!
I found him. Why am I always up first?
You just don't have.
I actually quite enjoy this minigame.
This one's pretty fun. It's scary. You don't know where he is until he smacks the hammer.
Okay.
It's just me.
This is the coin purse that I used on my mission. So I brought a wallet out there. Never used it because everyone uses these. I actually came in with 2 of them. I have one of them that holds guitar picks. But this one actually has some money from the Philippines still inside of it.
Would you pay with coins usually?
It's usually coins. They had bills.
Okay.
And I would just fold up the bills and put them in here too. But when I came home, I gave all the bills back. Because I exchanged it for money, but these are such small currency. So at the time it was 52 pesos to a US dollar.
Pesos
and like,
there?
Yeah, and like this is 1 cent, and most of these are 1 cent. I think I might have like a 5 or a 3. Yeah, I've got a 5 here. The rest of these are just 1 cent, or 1 peso.
But you'd still pay with coins.
You'd pay with coins everywhere. But when I was going, oh, here's a 10. It's like got like a ring.
Give the camera a blurry view of that 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so when I went home, all of the coins were too small of a value. They wouldn't exchange it. So I had like some 20 peso, 50 peso, stuff like that. And I exchanged all of those. But I have the coins left over because I was like, what am I gonna do with this? And I'm also like, this coin is the equivalent of like 2 cents. And so like I gave back all. You're supposed to give back all the money that you're given to go home or that you just have left from your mission. You're supposed to put it as like a fast offering when you get home. And so I
I wasn't told that.
I was told that. And so I did that. But the coins were all worth so little that I was like, I just can't even do it. So I'm sure I stuck like an extra 50 cents on and just kept the coins.
Okay.
But then I have some other stuff in there too that I put in there for safekeeping.
Sure. So in Jamaica, the currency is dollars. Are you serious?
Yeah!
How many of these are there?
I keep forgetting to use my item too.
What's your item? It's not the Boo Bell, is it?
No, it's the duel.
Oh, okay. I don't know if you can steal stars in this, but you might be able to. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I've got...
I swear if they pick me.
I've got a pin.
Oh, they got you.
For a suit.
You gotta tap A as fast as you can. So it steals less coins from you.
Oh, like now?
Yeah, like now.
Well, why didn't you say so? 22.
It took the coins from me.
Oh!
Whoa!
That was close. It's okay, I had some to spare. You can have some, Luigi.
It took coins from me 3 times.
Yeah, so I had this pin with my mission name, Angel Moroni. I don't think I actually got that in the mission, but it's in the drawer, so I grabbed it. I also have these tie pins with the Manila Temple on them. I had silver and gold, and so I got a ton of them, and I gave some to members on the mission as we went along. But I've only worn these like once or twice, because they've always in my mind just been so precious. It's like I bought a nice thing and so I need to keep it nice and so I never use it.
Okay.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, tie pins with the Manila Temple on them. But there's actually a really funny story how I got them. So, in the MTC I saw, or me and my companion, we saw a Filipino elder with those tie pins. And we're like, oh my gosh, those are awesome. Like, we want one of those. Like, where'd you get them? And so he explained to us, like, oh, go find so-and-so at he was like, we got them at the temple store. And, like, the temple had, like, a little store for members to buy garments. And
okay, like a distribution center.
A distribution center,
okay.
yeah. He was like, yeah, we got them there. And so we go by, and we look around, and we can't find any tie-pins. And it was all the MTC was under construction, so there was going to be a much bigger store with a lot more stuff put in, but it wasn't there.
Oh, I gotta reap the rewards of all that construction, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we were in the Manila MTC.
Oh, right, never mind.
So it was a whole different thing, which is why they had Manila temples.
Right.
The story gets pretty crazy, so
okay.
I will finish after the minigame.
After you can't tell it while we're abandoning ship. Climb to the top of the... that's an M, not a W. I thought it said west. Hey. A as fast as you can to climb, and
got it.
Left and right. Don't hit poles, I guess.
I like to be crazy in Mario Party and, like, not allow people to read the instructions.
Well, the problem is that I'm familiar with all these games, and you're not.
How does DK climb so fast?
Okay, fast. Gosh. Oh, don't let the fish hit you. I like Wario's cry when he gets hit.
Yes! Take that, Donkey Kong! He went for the coin. He would have won otherwise.
Oh, I went for every single coin. I'm hitting the Mazda every
10
time.
coins is greater than 1, Mitchell.
Yeah, but they'll just get taken away if I get coins. Oh no, I needed coins. The star's right next to me. One time I get high roll. No! Oh, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have mattered.
If you had won the minigame.
You're not getting coins either.
You're running for me, aren't you? Go for DK. He's gonna win otherwise.
I'm going for Yoshi. I don't like coins.
I'm Yoshi.
Oh, you are? I thought you were Luigi. I forgot it mixed up. Actual mistake, but I still wanted to go for the person with the most coins.
But I actually tapped it that time. I've had 42 coins stolen from me.
I've tested it out.
My last turn.
If you don't click A at all, I think it takes...
Is it just random numbers?
I'm not sure, because I've clicked A as fast as humanly possible, and it still takes like half my coins.
Hey, where's my item?
You have it. It's in the top right, your glove.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can only hold one item in this. I forgot about that. Is it random?
Oh, shoot. I was gonna pick you anyway, but...
Oh, it's just coins. It's a good thing I took yours, so you can try to win them back.
Yeah.
To psychically power up the ancient relic, whoever powers up his or her relic the most in 5 seconds wins. Plus starts it. I got years of practice being a spaz.
Well, you stole 41 coins from me.
Half of that was your fault.
Yeah, but the rest of it was yours.
You know better.
You
than
should have
to
lost
challenge
because
me.
you stole my coins on accident.
I was gonna go for the person with the most coins. I just didn't realize it was you.
Yeah. Okay. Type in. So they tell us go to the distribution center, and it's under construction. So all they really had was garments and some Book of Mormons. That's where I bought my
Your little copy or your
my trilogy.
ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I might have bought the. I think I bought the little copy there too. Which best decision ever. You don't need big scriptures in missionary. Get the smallest you can.
Unless you have bad eyesight.
No, just get the small.
I don't know what this one is. Oh,
Let's
you,
do it.
you ground pound and you try to make the picture in the middle. There's tiles and you gotta flip them when it makes them stop. I think when you ground pound. You want to be a ghost? Nope, it doesn't make them stop. It just
How do you ground pound?
oh, ZL in the air.
It's Mario 64 controls. I was double tapping it.
Oh.
Well, DK's gonna win.
You don't know that. Maybe he'll sneeze. This is not my favorite.
Yeah, DK's gonna win.
I like the one better where I like the one better where like all the tiles are rotating. You have to ground pound to stop them.
Yeah. So we go to the distribution center, and we don't see anything. And so we go ask the guy, And apparently we asked just the right guy because he was totally doing like...
We got stuff in the back.
Yeah, he was under the table. He was like... So he literally told us, hey, meet me behind the temple in 10 minutes.
What? Are you serious?
So we met him behind the temple. And we bought a ton of them from him. And he's like, hey, don't tell people. Those missionaries weren't supposed to spread the word. And we're just like, alrighty then. And so that's how I got my black market temple type things. He's like literally like, hey, meet me behind the temple.
You're wearing like a...
We were in our missionary clothes.
You wouldn't buy a tie clip.
That's how we came up. Yeah. So my last item from my box is Game of the Generals. So New Year or Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we weren't allowed to proselyte.
Oh, is this the thing that claims chess ripped it off?
Yes, but it's essentially just Stratego. So it probably ripped off Stratego. But this box is like flimsy cardboard. I've moved with better quality stuff. It's got these little flimsy plastic things. But those are all the pieces.
Dang, you could print something better than this now.
Yes, you could. I have. And it's got like this very flimsy little plastic checkerboard.
Dang.
But so this was the greatest thing ever because we got this. I found this. It was like my last Christmas. I found it right before, and I was like, oh, my brother likes board games. I'll get him a copy and I'll get me a copy, and that can be a gift for him when I get back. And so I did, and I was like, hey, you guys want to play this board game I got because it's Christmas Eve. Normally, I'd say don't plan on playing board games and card games and stuff as a missionary. Like, missionaries do, and it's probably fine, but I'm like, you can be more concentrated than that. But it was Christmas Eve, so we got this game out, and we just had a blast, and there were 4 of us elders, and we just played that for hours.
Nice.
But so that's my last souvenir, and I'm thinking I can bring out the instruction book and read the crazy claims it makes about chess.
Oh, okay, so ship in the background and shooting bullets at you, just jump and move to avoid it. You might be able to, I think you can fall off the edge, so don't do that, and I think the island tilts. You can't ground pound, but I think you can jump on other people. Oh, I guess the cannonballs don't. I guess just don't fall off the edge. I've already gotten hit like 3 times.
It's don't fall off the edge.
Okay.
Oh, Mitchell, it's down to us.
Sure is.
Yeah. So let me pull up this Game of the Generals manual.
That sounds like something that people in Star Wars universe would play.
Game of the Generals. Okay,
that is a lot of very, very small print. Please tell me that's in like 6 languages.
No, it's just English.
Oh my gosh.
It's English, it's not even Tagalog. Mathematics of a new game. Talking the tactics.
Wait, show the camera how big
Control
this
your
is.
opponent's mind.
And how small the print is. There's 2 sides to it.
Yeah.
There's a section for notes.
So here's the
thing. So you can keep track of what the heck you're reading.
Oh, story. How it all begins. No other board game has caught the fancy of Filipinos the same way the Game of the Generals did. Never once met a Filipino who knows of this.
Wait, really?
In a short span since its public introduction in 1973, let's remember that date. You're in charge of remembering 1973. It becomes important. This award-winning Philippine invention has been played by millions. No less than 2,500 Game of the General clubs have now been formed, and they say GG, meaning Game of the Generals.
Oh,
like they have been formed, and the game has been introduced in 33 other countries. We recall the humble beginnings of the game. Smiley face.
Does it say? Please tell me it says smiley face.
No, it's got the parentheses. Conceived and born out of 2 devastating floods, mistaken as subversive material, frowned upon by the country's chess lords, and snubbed by all Filipino sports awards, the Game of the Generals has quixotically survived.
Quixotically?
I think that's the word. I invented it in August of 1967. What was that date I told you to remember?
73?
Yes. In Barrio Palanan, Makati.
Barrio Party 3?
While Greater Manila was choking through a big flood. Stranded with unprogrammed leisure.
Mark your spot. I want to read this while you're taking your turn.
Okay.
Where are we at?
Stranded with unprogrammed leisure.
What a sentence. Stranded with unprogrammed leisure in my hands, I was deep in the study of chess, having just won a tournament the week past, when I thought about the game. The idea first floated by and then lingered, longing for action. Why not something different from chess? Why not a game patterned after modern-day combat? Something everybody could identify with. After all, chess is of ancient origin, hardly relevant to battle tactics of today. Even though this guy...
In 1973. Let me tell you how many wars the Philippines has been in since 1973.
Let me tell you, the guys in the ancient times ripped me off.
My father chanced into my room as I was cutting out Carolina soldiers, marking them with ranks of generals, middle officers, and privates, and pushing them around on a chessboard.
He said, "Hey, that looks like chess."
I am inventing a game, I said, with proud intonation of one at the verge of discovery. Quizzically, quietly, he left.
Father, aren't you proud of me? This is... Oh, it's a battle.
Somebody messaged in the chat, Mr. Art Teacher says, I was just listening, not watching for a while, and the sound effects from the last minigame were quite strange. I don't know what minigame that was, because it could have been up there for a while.
If it was the one where we were climbing the mast, then every time Wario hit something, he sounded like he was vomiting. He was like,
I missed!
Do you know what he's actually saying when he says that?
It's German, right?
It's German. Wario is originally German, and it sounds like he says, "Oh, I missed," but it's like an exclamation in German. I don't remember. It's like saying, like, "Oh crap," something like that.
Quizzically, quietly.
That was the last.
Oh, I know this one.
Oh, this one.
This one, I might actually have a chance of winning this one.
I can't secure my
You
victory.
always pick your character's color.
Well, Wario's German, so I'm picking white.
Is Germany's color white?
No. He's an Aryan. Wait. Oh, it resets. You get a 1 in 4 chance.
As I worked on to the third day, I had sadly succeeded in putting together a more variation of chess. The fourth day was still one of frustration. With the movements and starting formation I had developed, the pieces may well have been pawns, rocks, and bishops. 2 days later was
Wait,
D-Day.
does it say rocks?
Rooks, sorry.
Oh, dang it.
This next section is titled, 2 days later was D-Day. Calling on the systems using...
Wait. This is like 67 or 73 or whatever?
Yeah. No, the title of the section is 2 days later. Let me read. It'll probably not make sense.
Okay.
Calling on the systems used in mahjong and card games, I tried setting up the pieces so that they were unseen by the enemy. It was drastic departure from chess, followed still by another, this time taking off from the way generals prefer to fight. This meant allowing a player for the free hand, developing his forces, in contrast to the chess method of forcing a player to start from one single formation. That is the end of that section. Titled 2 days later was D-Day.
Wait, do Filipinos have a... It's all the way down, all the way up. B is pumped down. You're on my team. All the way down, all the way up. Do Filipinos have another day they refer to as D-Day that's different from...
Not that I know of.
...everyone else? The American...
Are we supposed to pop it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The American-centric D-Day.
It's literally just 2 days later was
Therefore,
D-Day, and I think he's just referring to the fact that he figured out his problem.
So, did he spend 30 years on his game then?
Next title, then came the tedious process of finalization. Experimentation, ... Try out games with my father, ...
Wait.
Flanking movements, ... Guerrilla tactics, ... Territorial coverages, ...
This game's fun, right?
Kind of, yeah. We should play it sometime.
Okay, yeah.
What we would do is we would put sticky notes on and create like mountains and barriers.
That's pretty fun.
That added a lot to it.
Yeah.
All these brought in the balance and hierarchy of soldiers, the number of playing squares on the board, and the various ways of winning games. Iwo Jima, with its victorious Marines, provide the heroic angle for ending a game. The symbolic raising the flag signaling the capture of enemy territory. James Bond and Mata Hari reminded me... Yeah. James Bond and Mata Hari, how they pronounce it, reminded me to put in a pair of spies with the introduction of arbiter between two players securing their cloak and dagger maneuvers.
Oh my goodness.
Finally, the movie Night of the Generals wrapped it up, inspiring the dramatic touch needed in people.
Keep in mind that chess ripped me off.
I think he gets to that later. I don't remember.
Chess
there's a section on Game of the Generals versus chess.
Chess has a later origin than James Bond.
And I might have misremembered when I said that.
We are bowling pins. You have to hop away from the bowling.
Do we have to press buttons to hop?
A. And I guess he controls the... We cannot move very far. And we move very, very slowly.
I'm putting my money in on this side.
I'm glad you put your money in on that side. I went the opposite way. Oh, now I got moved. Okay, move.
That's okay, because I'm much more entertained at this point. Thus, the Game of the Generals was born, conceived from a smorgasbord of events, principles, and people. Except for a few friends at Philippine advertising counselors, where I was then employed.
This is page 2.
The game generally hibernated for 5 years until another devastating flood, circa 1972, flushed it out.
Maybe he did work on this for 30 years.
Well, no, because it was 67 to 73. So it was 6 years.
The memorable D-Day of 67.
Actually, it was... hibernated for 5 years until another devastating flood circa 1972 flushed it out.
Mark your spot.
Actually, it was pushed to the public eye.
It was pushed to the public eye by enterprising journalist Ickling Gonzalez.
He insisted on writing the story as his contribution to the Times Journal's maiden issue. It was with reluctance that I allowed details of the game to be released for fear of misimpressions, martial law having just been declared the month before.
This guy was going through some stuff while he was making his life's work.
Nevertheless,
and printing it on pieces of paper and dollar store tablecloths.
Nevertheless, with the birth of the Times Journal on October 21st, 1972, the country woke up to the Game of the Generals. Gonzalez wrote, although the pieces stand for military personages, the game, which is a cross between chess and cards, is as thrilling as it is educational for both young and old.
Let me pause right there. This is close to the end of page 2 of how many? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's all his story?
No, a lot of it is instructions too.
How much does a lot of it mean?
36.
Because there is 36 what? Page 36? What is this?
It's 9x2, double-sided.
Oh my gosh.
What do we do? Hip drop, got it.
I don't know if you have to be at the pinnacle of the jump or something. You just ground pound until there's nothing left to ground pound. Oh, I was clicking the wrong button. Come on! Oh!
No fair, you're bigger than me.
Ha! Okay. Are there any other things to share besides the riveting story of the origin of Game of the General?
This is my last souvenir. What time is it?
Oh my gosh. We got 15 minutes.
I think we can get through the chess section. Oh no, we gotta get through the World Series.
Who's in last? DK's in last. Oh, we've been picking on him too much.
In chess, you use cold logic. Here in the new game, your move sometimes defies logic.
Sometimes you can just make stuff up. I don't know.
Putting in all the details of a battle plan on the board sharpens your memory and physiological insight. The rules of the game can be understood in less time than it takes to learn chess. It is safe to say that the kings in his court will have their hands full against the general and his men in the near future.
Oh, hey. Oh, it's coins.
This section is titled Game of the Generals versus Chess. With the promise of romanticism a la Genghis Khan, Napoleon, and Rommel.
Hey, pause for a second. After we hear about those generals, but we got 15 minutes to finish the last 5 turns.
Okay.
We're ending a little early today.
The Game of the Generals promptly caught on with Manila's elite crowd. As quickly as a steamroller offensive, Game of the Generals started to outsell chess immediately after its formal public introduction. This was February 28, 1973. At first, National Community Bank, Makati City, and then Information Secretary. Let's do this.
I don't know what A does, but it does something, and we're trying to swim around and get coins. You just get whatever coins you get.
It's Flappy Bird mechanics.
Oh, you have to tap A. Okay.
I haven't done this since then.
Really? How to play this game?
Nope.
So, okay, while we're in subs, last week, Rich was telling me, like, the best stories from his mission that I really wish he told last week.
Hold up. Back to the story.
Gosh.
Not that I don't want to hear your stories, but this is pretty good stuff. Is this good that we're reading?
It's pretty good. I don't know if I can endure the whole thing.
No, we'll read through the chest.
Okay.
This really does define how Filipino, like, we'll talk about, like, their culture and stuff, though. It is very Filipino.
You're up.
With the Information Secretary Francisco Estadad as guest of honor. It was the opening of the first tournament in Game of the General's history. Great. I don't even know where to start. I haven't done it.
I haven't looked at the map in a long time.
Okay. The secretary, speaking at the FNCB launching of the game, predicted millions around the world will be playing this game. They said they had like 2,500 people. Really. Millions around the world will be playing this game, which has the qualities of a Sherlock Holmes thriller.
What?
Shortly after the game, still relatively unknown outside Greater Manila, was causing a few trying moments for some provincial folks. Iloilo spokesman Tony something, general manager of Negros Navigation, reported, "It was funny. I was delayed at the Mactan airport when a companion..." Let's do this.
Okay, so it's a battle middle game, and there's actually a lot at stake because everyone put in 50. You hold A to pull out the crane, you try to drag in the mushrooms, but not the purple ones.
Is it Hungry Hungry Hippos?
Yeah, but with like crane game version, so controls are terrible. Deliberately. Aha! No! Come on. Dang it. I'm doing awful. But seriously, everyone gave up all their coins.
I got one. Oh, I got a poison mushroom, but I got some other stuff too. Yes! Gold!
No!
I'm gonna get all the coins.
Oh, it's worth 5? There's not even a single mushroom next to me! No! Oh, DK won, by far.
Oh, no! Okay. It's funny, I was delayed in the airport when a companion was detained and questioned for possession of a Game of the Generals set.
Wait, it said he was detained? By who? By whom?
With all those military pieces in a box, the airport security thought we were up to something subversive. Again, little pieces of plastic don't even look like people.
We got a question in the chat. Besides the Game of the Generals, what was the best part of your mission?
Oh,
unless it was Game of the Generals.
That's possible.
Okay. How much of that is left?
Okay, left, right, push sled, got it.
But it's bobsledding, so I think you push sled at the beginning and then...
Okay, we can talk.
DK's on my team. DK has just stole like 130 coins from everyone, by the way.
Luigi, what is going on?
You gotta work as a unit. Don't stare at the X.
I refuse to work with Luigi.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell you otherwise.
We lost the game before it started.
What are you talking about? You could catch up. There's not a wall on our right side. We could fall off the edge.
I think the best part of the mission was honestly just getting to know the other missionaries. That's the thing that I think I look back on most.
I'd say so. To some degree, I think the best part where I just suddenly noticed all the good that happened on my mission is when towards the end of my mission there was a new missionary at my house that was like, man, I want to love being a missionary, but I just absolutely hate it. It's really hard and it's not meant for me. I can't talk to people, and I was like, oh, don't worry, you'll get. You fell off the edge.
Yeah.
Like you'll learn to love it, and you say the things that someone who's close to the end of the mission will say, and he's like, there's no way that I'll learn to love my mission. You can't say that. You had it figured out from the beginning, and I was like, You have no idea how hard that was for me, too. I was exactly in your situation, and you get to see how much you can grow and how much of a testimony you gain and how much Jesus Christ is actually a part of your life in recognizable ways. That was probably the best part of my mission, just having that slap me in the face that the mission actually did change me.
Yeah. Plus, you find things like this.
You do. There's a lot of wackiness that you can enjoy, like seeing billboards all over the place that looked like they were made by a high schooler that's in a digital media class just barely learning how to use Photoshop, and it's an advertisement for yogurt with clip art pictures all over the place, but it's a massive billboard on the highway.
Yeah. Okay, we're about to get to the allegations.
What is this?
But with media publishing photos of sports personalities and Philippine beauties at play, and Secretary Tadad endorsing the game for those who need an intellectual massage, charges of subversion dwindled to isolation as even the guardian of peace and order began to enjoy the game. Perhaps threatened... Oh, here.
Here, I'll read. It's us against you. Oh, it's a relay race. I can't just sit there and do nothing.
We're good.
I also don't know what the controls are, so hopefully it's just moving. Luigi's moving. Is it A to move?
Yeah, it's A more than it is left and right.
How is this... How do we have any sort of advantage? We're doing a relay and just getting in your way. So far in this story, this guy was working on the game in his room after contemplating chess and winning a chess tournament, by the way. And
no, he didn't win the tournament. He just went to it.
Oh, he just went to it? Oh, I thought he won it.
Yeah. Okay. Perhaps threatened by sudden accident of this local upstart intruding into the world of thinking sport, even drawing the interest of sponsors and chess enthusiasts themselves, the local lord of the Game of Kings mounted his own quiet offensive against the Game of the Generals.
What is going on?
Big prize-laden chess tourneys were organized and grandmasters were imported. When even the grandmasters started to show interest in the generals, the chess official clamped down on his writer.
What company did he go to import some grandmasters of chess?
You know, the chess grandmasters company.
That's true.
On his writer's incursions, which mainly dealt with giving Game of the Generals sets to grandmasters and getting them to grace Game of the Generals events and pose for photo releases.
You're up.
Great.
Nice.
Okay, here's the quote from the chess granddaddy.
I
can have you banned from the premises of this event, the Grandmasters tilt at the Philippines Village Hotel.
Because this
if
game
you don't
was too
stop
powerful?
promoting your game through my Grandmasters, the chess lord heatedly threatened. There was even a move in the Philippine Chess Federation to ban its players from joining a Game of the Generals chess tournament, which fortunately pattered out. Nevertheless, chess players have reported that they are still frowned upon for involving themselves with the local game. To date, the Cold War between chess and the Game of the Generals continues, but is somehow thawed with the quiet diplomacy of chess organizers.
I feel like this was like written by ChatGPT in 2004 Google Translate.
So it's been thawed, but not by Game of the Generals, but by the chess people. This is a different paragraph. Bloodied but unbowed from skirmishes against the powerful chess drive, the Game of the Generals plods on. And then the next section is about them eyeing a World Series.
Okay, can we stop there?
Yeah, we'll stop there.
We'll continue it another time.
Actually, can I read through can I read the section titles that we know what we're missing?
Okay.
And then you can decide if we really want to listen to it another time.
Okay.
Alright, DK, I'm taking you
Wait
down
for me,
this
I'm
time.
bigger than y'all. No! I just cannot win this one. Okay, story from last time, real quick. Because we got a couple questions in the chat also. So, Rich was saying, one of his areas, they did not have a house for the missionaries. They lived in it's basically an abandoned chapel. Like what the church used to use for a chapel in Italy, but then stopped using. Just the missionaries stayed there.
Uh-huh.
They had indoor plumbing, but they did not have an indoor bathroom. They had an outhouse that they had to go out to. That the way he described it is basically like the wooden outhouse from Shrek, except it did have like plumbing in it. It had a unit of water, but there was a thin pipe from the toilet seat that went up almost to the ceiling, and then like a wooden-looking box way above the toilet. And he said every time you flush the toilet, there would be water spraying everywhere. So you had to like get really far out, have your hand in the bathroom, but go out the door, flush it, and then just avoid the splatter. The other one's the best one though, where he and his companion taught an old man. Like, he didn't say how old. From the description, I pictured a duel. Oh, it's Luigi, I don't care. Way he described it, I pictured a guy in, like, maybe his...
Take them off.
60s, 70s. Said he had very big, puckery lips, like this. This is very interesting. And he would talk to the missionaries uncomfortably close. There would be one seat in the house, one missionary would sit there, and then there was a couch. And the other missionary would sit on the couch with this old man. The old man was like wrap his arms around him and get very, very close with his big puckery lips and go, very interesting, it's a good insight, elders. And the whole time in the mission. So Rich sat in this seat next to the old guy for the first lesson, and he's like, we're never going back to this guy's house. And the other guy's like, no, he was so engaged. He was asking good questions, and that was a great lesson. And he's like, okay, but if we're going back, you're sitting next to this guy. So the next day, they had a lesson with this guy. They switched seats, and then the other companion discovered that, like, how uncomfortably close this guy was and how touchy he was. And he's like, okay, let's not have another lesson with him. But he invited them to dinner. So they came back to not be mean. Take it all. I can't. Yeah.
Wait.
You can go up to 8. I think that'll make a dent in his wallet. So, they were invited to dinner. They had a nice Italian meal. They said it was delicious, but he swears that this old guy put something in the meal because they were both incredibly sleepy afterwards. His companion passed out on the couch for 45 minutes, and he was like groggy, like trying to stay awake, because he didn't know what was going to happen if they both fell asleep in this guy's house. So he said for 45 minutes, he was playing like Ring Around the Rosie with the table, trying to keep the table between him and this old guy. And the old guy would like come around the table towards him, and he'd be like, oh, this is a fascinating picture on the other side of the room, for 45 minutes circling around the table. His companion eventually woke up, and they're like, okay, we can never go back to this guy's house. So they talked to their district leader. And their district leader's like, you can't abandon this guy just because he behaves different than you.
Oh,
you have to go continue teaching him. And they're like, okay.
No, you don't go back.
What? And so they said that the district leader's like, oh, okay, but we're going on exchanges, and you are sitting next to the old guy. So the district leader, for the 3rd time, sits on the couch next to this guy, and he like puts his arm around him. He's like, that's a very good point, elders. That's very interesting. And he starts like touching their legs.
He's stealing a star from you. He's stealing a star.
No! I can't stop him. I got stars to spare. Is this the last turn?
I think so.
Oh man.
I don't know. I haven't known what's going on this entire time.
So they eventually abandoned him after the district leader discovers how touchy he was. Last story though, this is my favorite one out of the 3 that he told, was this elder was newly training. He had a missionary that was his companion that was in the field for like 3 days and did not speak any Italian. And you know when you go to a lesson and you just
He's stealing another star from you.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh!
He wins if he gets both.
I'm glad I stole 2 stars from DK this game, and I'm glad I took it from him both times. So, you know when you have a lesson and you just, without knowing it until the lesson starts, you discover that you just scheduled a lesson with someone that just wants someone to talk to, and they'll talk for hours and hours without actually making any sense unless you stop them. So they had this type of lesson, but Rich said he had the unbearable desire to poop. And so he like rushed to this guy's bathroom. He said, I gotta go right now. And he left his companion there. Apparently he felt an incredible relief when he was on the toilet seat of just being away from the noise of this guy just rambling and rambling for however long. And he fell asleep on the toilet. And he looked at his watch after he woke up on the toilet seat, and he's like, oh no, how long have I been out? He looked at his watch, and it's been 45 minutes. And he rushed out of the bathroom, and his companion hears the noise, and he just glares at him because he's just sitting there. And is Luigi going to save us? No, he lost. He's just sitting there for 45 minutes, not understanding a word of this guy that won't take a breath in and give him a chance to say anything.
What's
the guy
with your mission and just mission?
This wasn't my mission. This was Rich.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I'll admit I had a lot of lessons like that, but I didn't fall asleep on the toilet and abandon my companion. But yeah, that is. Oh, that was the last turn. He took 2 stars from me on my last turn. Okay, rushing through the last. Were people in Jamaica open to learning about the gospel? 90% of Jamaicans are Christian. They're very open to learning something new about Jesus. It was more a matter of, I gotta start for some reason. It was more a matter of, were they willing to keep commitments and, like, actually pray? Because a lot of Jamaicans culturally, they'll say, like, do you believe in Jesus? Yeah. Why do you believe in Jesus? Because the Bible says Jesus is real. Okay, the Spider-Man comics say Spider-Man's real, and that's not quite enough for me to pray to him. But, like, it's just, like, you have to find people that are willing to say, like, I'm willing to ask God if he's real. I'm willing to ask, like, seek out Jesus Christ and use the atonement to repent to become a better person and draw closer to him.
Yeah.
How did you start your morning preparing to go out to teach the gospel?
I mean,
I don't know what's happening. A cow? The superstar is here to save the day. No!
Oh, he got like 2 extra bonus stars.
Oh, are you serious?
He's ahead
I
of you
wasn't
by
paying
2.
attention.
He's ahead of you by a few stars.
Oh, man. Okay, so morning routine for a missionary. You wake up, you shower, you shave whatever, breakfast,
Workout.
exercise, you do personal study, you do companion study, then you start your day. I have a brief story about that, though, where you get on such a routine that you're, like, you know, your bathroom schedule kind of gets the same routine as well. So every day, I would wake up, say a prayer, and then, as like, you know, soon after I started the prayer, my body, I would have to immediately pee.
Yes.
Every day. And one of my companions also had that schedule, but he would say shorter prayers than me. So I would wake up, pray, and then I got up for my prayer, and my companion ran to the bathroom, and he beat me there every time. So there were some days where I was just waiting for him, because he took forever. I was sitting there waiting for him for so long. Like, Elder, please come out. Please get out of the bathroom. Because, you know, this is me holding, like, on my routine. I have to pee now. I've been holding it in all night. And there was more than one occasion where I ran out to, like, our balcony had a washer and a sink. And I ran out and peed in the sink and hoped no one was looking. And eventually I started peeing and then praying. That was my routine. Man, last 2 turns, DK took 170 coins and then used 100 of those coins to steal 2 of my stars.
Yeah. Well, that was another episode of tiesn'tags.
Oh no. What is it like having a companion? I still have a good mission if I don't like people very much and don't like to leave the house. No. I'm just kidding, absolutely. I had multiple companions that I very much was not friends with when I first met them, and then eventually became good friends with them.
And I had a lot of companions who I wasn't friends with when I first met them, and still didn't become friends with them. And
yeah,
you just learn to be a good person and get along.
Yeah, and even if you're like don't get along with them that much, you have someone to like share with. Like if you encounter something goofy or frustrating, you have somebody to talk about that with, to share it with, and it can kind of be like you and your companion against all of the shenanigans that happen on your mission. Like people in taxis that follow you around just so they can yell at you all the way down the street and then go hit a one-way road, have to go away from us, and then come back up the one-way road so they can yell at us again.
Yeah, even the companions you didn't get along with, it's you and them against the world, and so you just enjoy it.
Yeah, and if you don't like getting out of the house, it is tough, but you do, like, legitimately, speaking as someone who did not enjoy getting out of the house and very much is an introvert, you learn to enjoy it.
Yeah.
For one reason or another. You may not, like, learn to enjoy, you know, placing yourself in the middle of a crowd and drawing your attention to you, but you might learn to enjoy laughing at something silly that happens. You might learn to enjoy the experiences and the relationships you perform with the random people that you do meet.
Yeah. And I still don't enjoy talking to strangers.
Same.
Yeah. But you do it on the mission. You get used to it and you enjoy it then. So.
If we missed some questions, sorry. I see some first-time chatters, so thank you for being active in the chat today. We enjoy answering questions. I enjoyed seeing your box of stuff. I don't have a box of stuff, but I do have a lot of pictures, so if I did like pull up a panel of little pictures on the side, it might be fun to show you all of my decorated planner covers. Nice. I'm really proud of the Ensign magazine that I slapped on that I found from 2010 that said all the new technology that the church was coming out with, like a video iPod with conference talks and CD packets of scriptures, and it just I had that on the front of my. I'll just have to show you. That was one of my favorite planner covers. Thank you for tuning in to Tags and Tags. We do this every Thursday at 5:30, except next Thursday because that's 4th of July, so we'll probably have a pre-recorded episode that we'll play then. We'll see. But join us again, ask more questions, and if you're thinking about going on a mission, it will change your life for the better.
And if you're thinking about playing Mario Party 2 on the Mystery Land,
don't pick DK on hard mode.
Sure, go for it.
That was so dumb. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.